Okay, guys, what's up, everyone? I know I've been late on videos. I'm about 3 weeks behind. I'm sorry about that. I actually caught the flu. I just got over it. I was puking like crazy. I had to have a bucket by me almost 24/7, so there was no way I was able to record without you guys hearing. So today I want to get back on schedule, and we're going to do another comic book geek out. Yes, I said I want to try going back and forth with Marvel and DC, but god damn it, I'm sorry, with Dark Knights, the Batman story, and Doomsday Clock going on right now, it's hard enough to not focus on, well, Batman and all the DC comics in there. I'm not going to do a Dark Knights tie-in this week because I found a better one-shot story. Well, not really a one-shot, sort of a one-shot of Batman. And simply enough, Tom King's writing at the best here. I know a lot of people complain that he's repetitive, but oh my god, this is the best case of his repetitive writing. It goes back and forth in an amazing way. But I got to give you a little background story on this. So, during an event called The Button, Flash and Batman went back into time and ended up into a parallel world called the Flashpoint universe that apparently was still being held together by the likes of Dr. Manhattan, yet to Batman and Flash, they still do not know who is this man behind the curtain. If you don't know who Dr. Manhattan is, he's the big schlong guy, the blue guy from Watchmen. Yeah, you know what? You watch that video, you watch that movie uncensored, and it's like, what the fuck? Get some shorts on that goddamn guy. Yeah, and I watched that with my mom. She's not the person who's gonna be, oh my god. She's like, look at that weenie, look at that weenie. Yeah, that's my mom. She turns a little kid, and we watched Identity Theft and that elephant scene. Oh my god, I was hiding underneath the movie seat when I saw that. So, okay, enough with that already. Let's go on. Alright, so for right now, what's been happening after that event, in that universe, Batman was not Bruce Wayne. Thomas and Martha Wayne weren't shot in the alleyway. Bruce Wayne was, causing Martha to have a psychotic break, turning into that universe's Joker, and having Thomas Wayne turn into the gun-wielding, Golden Age style Batman. Yeah, he was pretty brutal. I mean, pretty much if you read Golden Age Batman, where he just take the jet and hang someone because, oh, I couldn't stop him any other way, take a machine gun and blow up his enemies, drop a statue on him, take that, crank it up to Punisher levels, and then you have Thomas Wayne Batman. But, okay, there's a slight line that he gave Bruce before the universe was collapsing and before Bruce and, well, Barry could get out of there. It was simply this. Don't be Batman. Stop being Batman. Be Bruce Wayne. Be a father. Don't be like me. Be better than me. And after that, shortly, Batman proposed to Selina Kyle, who to most people out there know her as his love interest, back and forth throughout the years. One of his many mistresses of the night. And for all you guys talking about Talia al Ghul, he already had the kid with her. Yes, if you watched the animated series and did not actually go into the comics, they have a kid. He's a smart-ass little bitch, but he's funnier to heck to read with when he's teamed up with Superman's kid. But okay, let's go on from this part. This story here does not lead up into some major event. It's not building up on the first part of a story that you guys would probably like. This is simply enough going to basics. It's going between two friends and how they feel each other got betrayed. Simply enough, it's between Batman and Superman. There's no big fight. There's just 2-year-olds arguing. Well, sure enough, it starts out with Superman saving a train that was going to be derailed because the tracks were destroyed. And he's talking to Lois the whole time through this, saying this. You need to call him. Why don't you just call him? And Superman replies with, because I'm busy. I'm busy. You know what? He could have called me. He could have called me. It would have been fine. We could have get out again. I swear, if we just took that first panel, seriously, if any of you guys write a fan fiction based on that first panel I put on the screen here, email it to me. rejectsandgamers@gmail.com. Link down below. I want to read whatever you crazy fangirls come up with. I don't care if it's yaoi, I don't care what the hell it is. I just want to read what the hell weird ideas you guys come out of from that one panel there. But okay, let me continue. Yes, we find out Batman never informed his best friend, his only friend, about, well, I'm getting married, man. I got engaged to Selina Kyle. You know, they never talked about that. And both of them are actually getting to this argument there. First is Lois Lane pestering Superman about calling him. Then we transition over to Gotham, where Selina Kyle and Batman are having the same argument. And even to a point where she says, he's your best friend. And Batman replies, no, Gordon's my best friend. Gordon doesn't know who you are. Well, Alfred's my best friend. Alfred's on your payroll. And that's the bullshit I got. I really wish Selina would have gone in there and like, Alfred's basically your father. That doesn't count as a real best friend. I mean, have a different best friend than your dad. But hey, the payroll part was okay. And basically the same argument went on. They were busy. Both of them kept making excuses throughout the comic about, well, the whole ordeal of not getting called about it. And both of them start feeling that, well, Superman feels betrayed about it, and Batman feels he doesn't deserve to tell Superman. Superman is this godlike being, and it actually builds up to this argument that they go between each other. Well, not an argument, it's a description of both sides, but from how the panel's cut, it goes from Superman's point of view to Batman's point of view, talking about how each one of them is the better man. Batman says he lost his planet. He has all these powers in the world, grew up in the dirt, and really could do anything. Anyone else in his position would have probably gone mad with power, and yet he turned it into a symbol of hope. Superman says this: I had my mom and dad growing up. I had Ma and Pa growing up. We had learning, we had laughs, we had great times together. Bruce lost his parents at the beginning of it all. And, well, to anyone else, after seeing the death of their parents, they would have become the serial killer. They would have wanted revenge on the world for what they took away from him. And yet, he turned that anger, he turned all of that pain into being a symbol of hope. To where both of them are saying, everyone wants to be the other guy. And I simply love how it was written out, up to a point where actually the two of them fully meet up. And it's the funniest scene when they fully meet up. Superman and Lois are going to meet the villain of this story, who's Dr. Double X. He's a, like, D-list, F-list villain from, I guess, the Batman storyline. I don't really know. If you do know, tell me down below in the comments. But he's nothing big. Literally in one panel, they knock him out. Superman and Batman both knock him out. And they just like, hey, want to go to dinner? Okay. But there's an amazing scene where they both find each other after coming up the elevator. Batman and Selina Kyle climb up the elevator and go to the certain floor. While Superman and Lois Lane, and that's Clark Kent, literally him in the Superman suit, standing right next to Lois Lane in the elevator going up, while they're talking to each other, going on about this monologue. And like I said, the back and forth, I know Tom King, a lot of people don't like his back and forth, but this story really does it good. And I love how it's written, going back and forth, showing the different sides of each person, but from the same angle. They have the same ideas, thinking that the other person is better than the other. And seriously, it's an amazing story to read. If you just want to see Batman and Superman as friends, as people, not as omnipotent beings, these superheroes that we must worship, but as Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent, go check out this comic. It's Batman number 36. And the funny thing is this, we found out this. Lois Lane has never met Selina Kyle. She has never met Catwoman. And it's funny to heck because once they meet each other in the elevator, well, outside of the elevator, Batman looks at Superman. You took the elevator? Superman replies, well, if I flew here, I'd had to break through a window. And sure enough, Lois Lane just goes to the Catwoman. Oh, hi, I'm Lois Lane. You must be Catwoman. It was the best scene ever. This comic had me laughing, but showed a great image and a great combination of both of these guys, reminding the readers that even though Batman and Superman are these big league heroes that everyone knows, they're friends. They call on each other when they need help. And yeah, that's the amazing thing to see in this story, how it keeps going on. And seriously, guys, if you want to go pick it up, it's down below in the description. I would say this, if you're a Batman and Superman fan, this is a must-have comic. You gotta go pick it up. It's a great comic, and my rating on this is going to be a 9 out of 10. I would have liked to see a little bit more, but hey, for one issue, it's amazing, and I love this Tom King writing. But guys, that's just it. So see you here next week when we have another comic book geek out for you guys. My name's Reject, and also remember, if you liked what you saw today, click that subscribe button and make sure to click that thumbs up. And also tell me what you think of this comic if you read it. And if you didn't, are you going to go pick it up? Tell me down below in the comments. Let's get the discussion started down there. And keep calm, geek on, everyone.